Welcome. Today we're going to talk about some more phrases or some more idioms or expressions in English. And so here we go.
Yeah, let's do this.
The first one is to blow something. And so for example, let's say you have a big exam. It's very important. And however, when you take the exam, you fail it. That means you blew the test. This was so important. I studied like all night long. I didn't sleep. And then when I took the test, I totally blew it.
Yes. Like failure?
I failed in a big way. Yeah. So we often say before it totally. I totally failed the test. I totally blew the test. So you often also will say that you blew the opportunity, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a girl that I like in the university and I had the chance to talk to her
And I did.
and I totally blew it. I got scared and she just walked away and I didn't even try to talk to her. I blew the chance, you know? To ruin or destroy or spoil.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, that's the same. To screw up something. Yeah.
Screw up something.
To screw it up.
Screw it up.
So, let's say, for example, you were like trying to fix your car. And maybe you do it in a wrong way and you make it even worse. You know? That means you screwed it up. You tried to fix the engine, but you screwed it up. And now it's even worse. Or again, maybe if you could say that about your marriage. Like if you're married and you do something, you make your wife really angry, you start fighting, and maybe you get divorced, you could say, wow, I really screwed up my marriage. I made some mistakes. I was, bad to my wife, something like that. A lot of times you'll tell that to people, like let's say you would tell them, don't screw it up. So if your boss might say to you, hey, okay, I need you to do this for me.
But
don't screw it up.
I will kill you.
It's like, make sure to do it right. Yeah, I'll kill you if you screw it up. Don't screw this up. Or they would say, you better...
Like in Night of Christmas. Joey destroyed everything.
Or another thing you might say is, you better not screw this up. Okay. You have a, again, maybe you have an opportunity to, you're like going to a job interview and your friend might say, hey, this job interview is really important for you. Or your mom or your dad might say that. They might say, you better not screw this up. Like you need to be successful, okay?
Yeah.
To hit the nail on the head.
Being naughty, keep it inside your head, something like that.
No, that comes from there's a nail with a hammer and you would hammer the nail in. And the head of the nail is the top part. So that means that you you get it exactly.
Oh.
Like if I ask you a question and I say,
just the point.
What does it mean to screw something up? And you tell me exactly the right answer, you get it, and you tell me the right answer, then I would say, you hit the nail on the head. It's like you understood it exactly, like you got it. You got the idea exactly.
Sometimes saying just the point. I speak just the point.
Yeah, the important thing. Yeah. You've got a point there.
When you're close to your answer, when you get half of answer.
For which one? This one or this one?
This one.
For this one?
Point, yeah.
Well, this is so let's say we're in an argument.
Yeah.
And I say something like, maybe someone says to me, I love America. someone from Iraq, maybe. They say, oh, America is so great. I love the movies. I love Trump. I love these things.
Like us.
And then maybe I say something against your point. I say, well, do you remember when America bombed Iraq many times? Do you remember when the American soldiers tortured many Iraqis? And you'll be like, oh, okay, I remember. And you would say to me, okay, William, you've got a point there. Like, you said one thing and I responded, and you recognize, okay, I think William's right.
Change it.
William, you have a point there. You changed my mind, maybe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's making a lot of sense.
To miss the point.
Oh, you go too far away.
Yeah, like let's say I'm trying to explain, to miss the point. Let's say, I'm trying to explain something to you and you don't understand it correctly.
Yeah.
I might say, no, you missed the point. I was trying to say that, I'm just trying to think of a good example. You missed the point, like, it's kind of like you missed the important thing.
Important thing, like
Yeah, like I was explaining a story, and maybe you missed the important thing in the story. You missed the point of the story. You know, the point of the story was to say that, like,
she loved him by another way, and he loved her by another way.
yeah.
Like
Or maybe I tell you a story and I'm trying to like explain to you how sad and depressed I am. Maybe I'm really sad and I've been crying. And I explain the story to you and you think that I'm talking about like a different topic, you know. And I say, no, you missed the point. I'm trying to say that I'm really sad and depressed. And you're like, oh, okay. Okay, that's a bad example, I'm sorry. But,
no, it's not bad, it's good.
come, get to the point.
I mean,
So,
like, you go to the important thing.
yeah.
Get the important thing.
Maybe I'm telling you like a really long story. I'm talking for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you're like, what's the point of his story? Like, why is William telling us this story? I don't understand. This does not seem important. Then you would say, come on, Will, get to the point. Just tell us the important thing. Don't give us like extra details that are not important. Cut to the chase.
I don't know
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase. That means the same thing. Get to the point. Like, come on, just tell us the important thing, you know. You're giving us too much information, too many details. Just tell us what happened, you know. To the point.
To the point.
Just the important things.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Not even close.
I mean, like you describe something and he didn't understand anything.
Yeah. So maybe I say to you, hey, what does it mean to screw up something?
And I describe it and you tell me.
And you give the wrong answer? Maybe you say, oh, that's when you you have an exam and you do really well on the exam. Like, no, that's the opposite. Like, that was not even close. You were totally wrong. Completely wrong.
You're too far away.
Yeah. You can say, you are not even close, or that was not even close, or your answer was not even close. Okay. When it comes to, so this would be an example, this would be like, when it comes to kebab, my favorite restaurant is John's kebab shop or something like that. Or when it comes to learning English, the American Institute in Najaf is the best place.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to when it comes to shoes, when it comes to basketball shoes or football cleats, Nike is the best.
Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to express about what you prefer or what's the best.
Or yeah, kind of like if we are speaking about basketball shoes,
Yeah.
then Nike is the best. Or if we are wondering which restaurant has the best kebab, if we are discussing it, if we're wondering about that, then of course we have to speak about Bob's Kebab Restaurant because that is the best.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay, a point of view.
I don't know. What about you say? Point of view.
A point of view.
So this means like kind of like it's like your opinion. So I could say, what is your opinion about Trump? I could say,
He's a funny guy.
he's a good guy. Okay. You could say, what is your point of view about Trump?
But
وجهة نظرك. شو وجهة نظرك? Point of view. Slacking off. What would you say if like you have lots of homework to do for university, but instead you just play video games?
Slacking off. I mean,
Yeah.
like a jelly.
Yeah. Or maybe me, like
postponement.
it's like you're being lazy or neglecting your responsibilities. You know, maybe I'm here and I'm supposed to be helping you guys with English, right? But what if all day long I was just outside like smoking cigarettes? Well, that means I'm slacking off. I'm supposed to be helping the teachers, participating, speaking English with you guys, but instead I'm just like hanging out. I'm just chilling, smoking cigarettes, playing games on my phone, slacking off. Right? Yeah, sometimes slacking off can be fun, right?
Yeah. Like.
But maybe your teacher might tell you, hey, like, or maybe in the lecture you're looking at your phone. So the teacher might say, father might say, hey man, stop slacking off. Pay attention to the lecture.
Stop doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Slackers.
Like the
people who are
the skip the class maybe like.
Yeah, or the people who are slacking off.
ايه بس كتير بس ما نقدر بالانجليزي وصل.
Yeah. They're just slacking off.
We say in Iraq we say يسخت.
يسخت?
Yeah.
يسخت. يسخت.
So he's wasting time.
Okay. مسخطين؟
Yeah.
مسخطين؟ شين؟
مسخطية.
مسخطية.
This is not do anything with Arabic.
بس الناس الذين يساوون هيك
Yeah.
اللي يساوون هيك مسخطين.
مسخطين yeah.
مسخطين يسخطون.
أحلى.
يسخطون.
انتم مسخطين. Okay. I gotta write that one down. Okay. I'll write that. Okay, cool. Nerd.
Nerd.
Do you know what that is?
Nerd.
No.
Stop.
No. A nerd is like someone who just likes to read books all day.
Oh.
Or sometimes you say that about someone who really likes like science. You could say he's a science nerd.
Smart.
He's a computer
nerd. He's you could be an English nerd. Like if you just spend all your day learning English and you're just very curious about it and you just study all the time, you could say you're like a nerd, like an English nerd, or again.
Professional.
Yeah.
Professional.
Professional.
Yeah, or often it's with a hobby though. Like we said about a hobby, but it usually involves like studying or learning or reading a lot of books. And it used to be like a negative thing, like in the past, if you said, oh, he's a nerd, That means maybe you have bad social skills, like you're scared to talk to people. You're maybe kind of shy and you just like to read books all day. But these days it's kind of become a little bit more positive. Like someone might say about themselves like, oh, I'm a computer nerd, or I'm a computer geek. Have you heard that?
Geek, yeah. Yeah, geek.
Nerd and geek are the same.
Same.
And now sometimes people say it in a positive way. Like, oh, I'm a
good way.
yeah, I'm a video game nerd, or I'm a video game geek. Because I'm really into it, you could say. I'm really into something, so I'm a nerd. It's my thing. Hit the books.
Read. Let's start.
Yeah, let's start studying.
I have exam,
Yeah.
so I should do
Hit the book.
hit the book.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to come? Hey, do you want to come party with us and drink tea at the coffee shop? No, I can't slack off. I have to hit the books. I have an exam tomorrow.
Yeah, well, ask me. Yeah, let's
And
go.
you'll be like, you might say, I should hit the books, but I don't care. Screw it. Screw it.
Always.
Let's party, you know. Let's slack off,
Let's slack out.
you know. Can't stand.
Me and I didn't have any chance.
A little bit different. So normally if you can't stand in the literal sense, it means you can't like stand up, right? Like I'm unable to stand up. But this means something totally different.
Yeah.
With the idiom, this just means I don't like it, or I hate something.
I hate it.
Like if there's a person you don't like, you can say, I can't stand Mary. She is really annoying.
Can't stand.
She bothers me. Or you could say, I can't stand John. He's a really rude guy. I don't like him. Or you could say, I can't, like a food, like I can't stand pizza. That's probably impossible because everyone,
What?
except for vegans, but most people like pizza. But you could say, like me personally, I can't stand olives. I hate olives. I hate them. I can't stand them. I don't like them. This is very common. This is very important. You should definitely learn this because you'll hear it a lot. So yeah, so he already wrote the words here. I hate it. I detest it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost cause.
Last cause.
Do you know what a cause is?
No, I don't know.
Let's say it's something you're trying to accomplish. So someone might say, you might have a political cause, or you might have a like maybe, for example, if you are trying hard to help very poor people.
Yeah.
This is your life cause. Like in my life, what I want to do with my life is to like help poor people. That's my cause. But if this is impossible to achieve, you could say, well, it's a lost cause, you know? So if someone is very pessimistic, maybe they say, oh, the situation in Iraq, it's really bad. Some people want to make it better, but I think it's a lost cause.
Yeah,
I think it's impossible to make things better. Hopefully that's not the way you guys think, but if you're gonna be pessimist, yeah.
Iraq is just joking.
What else could you say? It's over my head, so that means, right? Literally means like it's over your head, right? But in this case, it means like I didn't understand it.
I didn't understand. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe you can say, hey, I'm studying mathematics, I'm studying calculus, but it's too difficult. It's over my head.
So I think
I mean, I can't understand it.
Yeah.
I must change it.
No matter how hard I try to understand,
I don't.
I can't. It's over my head.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, I understand.
To
Mathematics.
to buckle down.
I don't know.
Buckle.
Buckle down.
Buckle down.
A buckle in reality is this.
Ah,
A belt buckle, right?
Yeah.
A belt buckle. But in this case, if you say, I need to buckle down, it means you need to like get serious
You must.
and begin something. So you might say, I have this important exam tomorrow. I need to stop slacking off.
I'll start.
I need to buckle down and hit the books.
But after 5 minutes, you're going to click.
Yeah.
7 to 11.
Yeah. Or I need to buckle down and hit the books, but no matter how hard I try, I still just start slacking off, you know.
Yeah, I can't.
Because it's too hard. I keep looking at my phone, I'm looking at YouTube and Twitter, and
Everyone chat me.
or like I need to stop playing video games on my phone and I need to buckle down and begin working.
After 5 minutes, I buckle down.
Yeah.
I can't focus. Or start to draw.
مثلنا.
I don't give a hoot.
I don't know what is this. Good. I don't know.
That means like I don't care.
Oh,
don't care.
I don't give.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
This is a good one.
So maybe I'm coming to you and I'm saying, hey guys, I have a big problem. Like my girlfriend left me. I'm really sad.
Some of.
I want to tell you like all the details about it. And you're like,
I give up.
I don't give a hoot, man. I'm sorry. I just don't care. Like, I don't care about your problems.
I have my own problems.
Yeah. Or if you're playing video games on your phone and the teacher says, hey man, stop slacking off. You know, pay attention. You can say, I don't give a hoot. I don't care.
Okay.
The more slang thing, and it's a little offensive, but you'll hear it like a lot.
Yeah.
Is it okay to say it?
Yeah. Okay.
It's not
Well,
too bad.
voice.
But mostly you'll hear to give a shit.
Yeah. I use this a lot.
Okay.
Or there's another one.
Ah,
Yeah, or not.
yeah, those two are very common. So hoot, this is an older word, so I don't think you'll hear that anymore.
Yeah. Otherwise,
These
don't give it.
these days, I need a better marker.
And don't give it.
مثل الإجابة الأخير تصل طبيعي.
شنو؟
بالأخير يقول له هالشكل لما نشوفه كلش ما مهتم ولا عندك.
لا حبيبي هو رأسه بس يلاقي لك هيك قبل.
Okay.
But remember, don't ever say this with like, this is not very polite. So don't say this with like adults.
Yep.
Don't say it to your teacher. Don't say it to your parents. But you would just say it like among the guys, you know.
With the friends.
With friends, you could say it. Yeah.
Or some girls. That's not girl. Yeah.
Beside the point,
Beside the point.
Beside.
Beside the point. Beside.
that kind of means like that's not relevant. So
Like.
Yep.
man, I'm just trying to think of a good example. Like that's beside the point. Again, like let's say we're arguing about something.
Yeah.
And I say, like we're talking about like America maybe. And you're saying, oh, I love America. And I'm saying, I don't like America. And then I say, I don't like America because Britain colonized Iraq. Or Britain did this. It's like, well, we're talking about America. We're arguing about America. So if you say something about Britain,
America hardly in the subject.
yeah, that's beside the point. It's not relevant because it's talking about something totally different, right?
Yeah. This is so different. I mean, like your answer is different.
Yeah, like there's no relation between those two, so why are you saying it? You know? Maybe there's a party going on and you really want to go to the party, but your parents say, no, you can't go. You can say, well, Mom or Dad, I had my heart set on going to the party. I really wanted to go, and now I can't. And you become very sad, you know. Or you could say, if you're interviewing for a job, and you go into the interview, but you blow it. You blow the interview. They do not accept you. They say, no, we're going to hire somebody else. You could say, oh, I'm so sad. I had my heart set on getting that job, and now I won't get it. Or you could say it about a girl. Maybe there's a girl you really like, but she, you know, maybe she marries another boy. Say, oh, I had my heart set on marrying her. I wanted to marry her so bad. I had my heart set on it. So I'm sad. Stand a chance.
I don't have a stand a chance. Mean like against someone and you can't win. So.
Yeah, you could say, like, for example, what if
Barcelona versus Real Madrid and Barcelona wins, so they don't have a chance.
well, in that case, both teams are good, right?
Yeah.
So Real Madrid does stand a chance to beat Barcelona. But maybe there's a team that's really bad, like what's another team in the Spanish league? Maybe like
You are good at football.
Tenerife.
Give us information.
Tenerife is like a very small club in Spain. So Tenerife would not stand a chance against Barcelona because Barcelona is way better than them. Or like in the World Cup, maybe if the United States, our football team is not very good, like just okay. So maybe in the World Cup, if the United States is playing against Brazil or Argentina or Germany or France, you could say, America or the US team doesn't stand a chance against France because France is like really good team, you know. Yeah, stand a chance. This is very, very good, very common.
Very common.
Get real. This is kind of like a short way of saying like be realistic.
Become more
Seriously.
Yeah.
Get more serious.
Kind of like get serious. Like let's say I say something like, maybe I say, hey man, United States, US, we're going to beat France in the World Cup. And you're like, come on man, get real. The US doesn't stand a chance against France. France is a really good team and the United States sucks. They're terrible. The US doesn't stand a chance. Like, get real, man. You know, or you can say, come on, get real.
Stop dreaming.
Stop dreaming. Like you're talking crazy. You know, like what you're saying is crazy. Like get real. You know, be realistic.
Realistic. Yeah.
Not relevant. That's the same as
Beside the point.
beside the point. Yeah.
Oh, same as beside the point. Okay.
Yeah. That's not relevant.
That's not. Didn't do anything with this story.
Yeah. Yep. And then get serious also, that means the same as like get real.
Yeah.
Or you can use this in a different way too. You might say, hey man, I know you've been slacking off, so it's time for you to get serious and pay attention or start hitting the books. Yeah, exactly.
Goodbye.
Good boy. See you guys.
All right, see you, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.